Okay, welcome. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you for all of your love, your support. Thank you for joining me today. Um, if you watch me on a regular basis, you know that I have a lot on my plate, and so therefore, I don't get to do the weekly readings or anything as much as I would like, and I'm kind of going through a transitional phase, and I'm thinking, wow, it's eclipse season. Like, and it's so magical this year because we have three eclipses. Usually you have two eclipses for the season. You have the solar eclipse, then you would have the lunar eclipse. But this year we have the solar, well, we just had the solar eclipse. Then we'll have the lunar eclipse on July the 27th, I believe. And then come August the 11th, we will have another solar eclipse. And I thought, we're in such powerful energy this year. Being a collective 11 year, 2018, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8 is 11. So 11 is the justice card. 11 is bringing in the balance. The 11 is making the hard decisions, making the hard commitments, making the hard choices, giving 110%, walking and talking with integrity, acting with integrity, being committed to yourself, your dreams, your goals, and your desires. And when we can do these things, when we can focus on that energy and move ourselves in that direction, magical, beautiful successes that you can't even imagine can come out of this kind of energy. So this year has been a very magical year. We have other transits still coming in the mix for the year of magic entering our lives, these moments of magic. So, and a couple of things I've noticed about the energy. One is that the numerology for the day for July the 12th was a 3. And then I think for the lunar eclipse, it's a 9. So that, and nines are all about endings and completions. And then the new solar eclipse in August, forget the fact that it's on the 11th and we're in the 11 years, so it's a double 11 energy for us. But it also boils down to a 3 again. And the 3 is the Empress. So it is all about our new beginnings, our new starts, the birthing of an idea, a plan, a goal, a dream, a desire. Now, also the solar eclipse in August, the numerology is actually a 30, and you rarely get a 30 number or 30 energy for a daily. So the 30 energy alone, even the worst kind of things are beautiful, are magical, are wonderful. There's success sprinkled everywhere in your lives. It's a time to celebrate. It's a time to rejoice. It's a time to say, I've got this. It's a time to plant those new seeds and to grow forward. Tapping yourself into your creativity with the 30 energy, tapping yourself into the creativity, your self-expression will just take you to the next level. So it's really about being true with yourself, to yourself. So I thought I would do each of the signs, and I just kind of wanted to kind of give that front for everybody, so that when I do the eclipse season videos for you individually, now the sun, the moon, and the ascendant, you should be checking all three. Okay. The sun is your outward, your deepest goals in life, what's important to you, how people view you, how you want people to view you, your goals, your dreams, your desires, your outward world. The moon is your emotion. How do you express yourself? How do you respond to things emotionally? And where can you grow emotionally? Where can you strengthen yourself emotionally? And then the ascendant is relationships, partnerships. So you want to know all of that when you are looking at these eclipses, and you need to view them individually, yes, but you also need to view them as a collective energy because they're building up upon each other. So a solar eclipse is a time of new beginnings, new chapters, new starts, new visions of your tomorrows, planting the seeds. So that's a new moon. A full moon, and the energy will last up to 4 weeks. A full moon is a time for completion, endings, healing, seeing where we are, seeing where we want the new beginnings and what has held us back. And that energy will last up to 4 weeks. So, but a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse will last up to 6 months. Now, I think the Leo energy kind of supersedes the Cancer energy to some degree, because it is the final eclipse going forward before we hit the fall. So we have to look at all 3 areas and how we can walk towards our new beginnings, our new starts, our goals, our dreams, our desires, growing relationships deeper, traveling, education, groups and friends, our service to others, our destiny perhaps. What type of healing or closure do we need in our life? What kind of completion do we need? Learning more about ourselves. And I think the Cancer eclipse was a lot about learning a little bit about ourselves, knowing that we don't need to control everything. It was the sun and the moon opposing Pluto during this. So Pluto is the one that, Pluto, you have to ask yourself, how can I grow? How can I grow through deepening my own self-knowledge? Seeing where I react, seeing where I try and control, seeing where I might have a goal in mind, but it's not for the highest good. It has an underlying of manipulation or wanting to keep things the same, or stubborn, or jealousy might be driving my goal. Wanting to show off, wanting to let my ego shine instead of my heart shine. So where does that happen in my life? And I think throughout the course of the next 4 weeks, we'll be given glimpses of, now, why are you in the situation? And what is it trying to teach you about yourself? We come to the lunar eclipse. And that is more about groups and friends and social causes, humanitarian ideas, global awareness, and yes, ideas in general, inventive imagination, creativity. I think Mars is very close, if not exact, with this full moon. And so it's in retrograde. I would have to think that we are looking at how to go forward, of breaking through the wall, of knocking the wall down, so kind of watch your anger, back it up, think it out, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. Don't let that knee-jerk reaction come through. Mars is always wanting to go forward. Mars is our warrior. And Pluto, Pluto was the Cancer. That's our inner warrior being awoken with Pluto retrograde. Mars retrograde, we are walking back over some of our steps, some of our actions, or lack of action. And so we need to analyze what didn't allow a closure in my life, what didn't allow an ending in my life. Where am I fighting that healing that could come into my life and open up new doors and new ways of looking at things, new perceptions. And then we have the Leo. solar eclipse. And we have that 11-11 energy. We've got that 30 energy. We've got the 3 energy of the Empress. Leo is our play. Leo is our romance. Leo is, getting up on that soapbox and saying, this is who I am and I love me for it. This is tapping into your creativity, sharing yourself through self-expression, creativity, recreation. But it's very much a me kind of energy. So throughout this solar eclipse to lunar eclipse and then back to the solar eclipse, and I failed to mention that Cancer, it was in our 4th house, right? That's family and home and heritage and foundations. So we'll probably be looking over the next couple of weeks, especially a little bit more towards our immediate home life, our family, our close friends, our allies, our close allies that we trust, that we lean on for support, that give us support, that give us encouragement. Our tribes, our clans, our foundations. And then it moves into more of a collective energy of groups of people, our humanitarianism, our social causes, our global awareness, and yes, our creativity and how we can use our creativity, our inventiveness in order to not only touch our life, our close family lives, but the collective. And then we move into Leo, which is that me center, that I am. That's the sun. It's ruled by the sun. Once again, what's our deepest goals? What's our deepest dreams? And how do we go forward? And we spent time contemplating home, family, foundations, groups, friends, global. And then we finally get to planting our seeds, which is our goals, our dreams, what we want in our life. So I'm going to do a reading for each of you, and stay tuned because it should, if I figure out how to edit properly, it should be coming on now. But in case I mess up, remember, I do love you. Welcome, Aquarius. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you truly for all of your positive, loving, supportive energy. Now it is eclipse season. We are in the energy of the new moon solar eclipse that was in Cancer at 20 degrees. And then we move over to the full lunar eclipse, which is in, yes, your house, Aquarius, at 4 degrees. And then it moves to Leo for the solar eclipse. And I believe that is August the 11th at 18 degrees. So the numerology is 9 for it would be your lunar eclipse when it's in your house is the 9. So it really is about releasing. It really is about letting go. It is about stepping forward almost with a new identity or persona or things that you want for yourself. It's letting go of the old, very much so. And then the Leo solar eclipse is at 18 degrees. So there's another 9 energy for you. So it really is about completing things so that you can move forward. So let's cut the cards and get to the energy. So I think the solar eclipse that was in Cancer has a lot to do with your well-being, your health. So maybe you're looking at new ways of improving, new seeds that you're planting about yourself, changing behaviors. Let's see what our first card is. Our first card is the World card. That doesn't shock me after what I just told you. It's about endings. It's about completion. It's about starting new seasons, new beginnings, new chapters, new complete books about yourself, stories about yourself. So it is about truly new beginnings. August 11th is really going to kickstart you. And I believe that is in your relationship sector, your alliances, your partnerships. So maybe you move towards new crowds of people, new individuals. The World card too was the energy of the daily energy. I believe it was the daily energy for the Cancer solar eclipse that we had. So there's a lot of energy within not only the astrology for you, but the numerology and the cards. The Ace of Pentacles sits here. The Ace of Pentacles is all about the new beginnings of abundance. And where you think that you have been going through chaos or sorrow, or you just haven't been able to push through, you haven't been able to change anything in your life and step into the person that you want to become, that's going to change if you go with the flow, if you allow it to happen in your life, that you don't fight against the current, that your thinking is forward motion. How can I improve my health, my well-being, my strength, my courage, my belief in myself? And what things are limiting me in order to do that? Because that's what your full moon, that's what the lunar eclipse will be for you. What can you release? What no longer has value in your life? What is holding you back? What has painted you in a corner? What has made you procrastinate? What has made you not try? And breaking through and free that, but it could be through other people or at least another person. It could be that job offer. It could be just somebody asking if you could help in something, join in something, be a part of something. And the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is starting to show up quite a bit. But I'm getting the Seven of Cups as looking at all avenues of your life, all parts of your life. And yes, we can't really change one part of our life realistically unless we tweak other parts of our life in order to do so. To find a balance, to put all those cups together and mix them together so it is a complete balance of what you truly want going forward. So I would say to journal this. I would say to journal it and read it over and contemplate and reflect on what different parts of your life do you really enjoy, that really give you energy, that really raise you up, that really combine your energies, your creativity, your inventiveness. And it's like bringing it all together in the melting pot and knowing what you really want in that melting pot for the complete picture going forward. For work, career, what defines you? Look at this. We got the Knight of Wands with the Seven of Wands. Knight of Wands with the Seven of Wands. And you're, it's time to take a risk on you. On your heart, on what you believe, on where you want to go, of who you want to become, who you want to be with. And that might be a person, that might be an organization, your community, your tribe. I think that all plays a part in work and career and what defines you. If I meet you, most of you will tell me, well, I work down here, or I do this, but others will tell me about their community endeavors, or their health and well-being, or their family, their spirituality. And I think you are ready to stand up strong and put your shoulders back and say, this is who I am and this is where I'm going, and I'm excited about it. Now, pay attention to any kind of messages that come in that lead you in a certain direction right now. It could be defining something for you, it could be clarifying something for you, or it could be actually moving you in that direction. Although I think at some point you're going to have to slow down and survey the land a little bit. Don't dismiss things just because you think that it doesn't fit into the master plan. Or don't accept things just because you think it's the right fit. Think it over. You have the time to think it over, to have a plan of action. And I see a lot of you not planning but still standing strong for your convictions, your beliefs, your values, what you want. So where we're lacking here is the plan. We need to make the plan. We need to know the words we're going to say to people so that they support us, so that they stand behind us, so that they are our strength and not something to deter us and pull us down. We need to know the right actions, maybe to gain the approval of somebody to get the opportunity that you want. Their eye, that they notice you, your talent, your ability, what you bring to the table. So be kind of careful with this energy, because it's going to make you want to go forward very quickly, but I'm getting the sense that you just need to pull it back at least until after August the 11th, if at all possible. If you've been planning it out and it feels right and you've investigated it and you've researched it and you've asked the qualifying questions and it's still looking good, yes. But if you haven't done those things, it's a time to do those things. So get excited about it, because it's exciting. Love and relationships. We have the Ten of Swords with the Page of Swords. Wow. We had all wands in work and career, what identifies you, what defines you, and now we have our swords, our emotion. When it comes to, it's kind of like you mature a little bit in what you want within relationships, and you're ready to go after that. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody's leaving their current relationship because they're going after something new because they've learned a lot. What it does mean is that you are ready to start again, start anew. So it could be a failing relationship and you've been trying different things and this didn't work and that didn't work and that worked a little. And sometimes you got something there. And understanding how to bring in that new energy, that excitement, that knee-jerk kind of energy needs to be in the relationships. Of just picking up the phone and saying, hey, want to get together with a friend, a colleague. Because when I talk about love and relationships, I'm talking about who you love and the relationships that you have. So it could be a soulmate, a lover. It could be a child or a parent. It could be a best friend. It could be somebody close to you in your community, your tribe, your personal circle, your personal clan, family. I get the knee-jerk energy is something that comes or evolves out of your sage wisdom about the relationship that you have with this person. And trying something new and exciting and different and with them. And maybe it's always been their idea and you've never wanted to, so try it. You might surprise yourself. Or maybe something that you've always wanted to do and you've held back and you find out that they like the exact same thing but you never brought it up before. You're highly intuitive, highly spiritual, so you can bring a lot of play and fun and interconnection through sensuality, being together. It's time to play a little bit in your relationships. I almost get like you've been too serious in your relationships. You haven't been enjoying your relationships as much as you should. And so where are you planting those new seeds of growth within the relationships that you have? And where are you looking for new relationships, new friendships, new partnerships, new alliances? For our spirituality, we have the Two of Wands. Wow. If that doesn't say it all for what I've been telling you. The world sits in your hand. Two paths, and they're both marked with great growth, great success. So it's really, you can go any way you want and be successful, so long as you believe it to be true. You've thought it through. You know, you've been truthful to yourself. You know what brings you passion and happiness and joy. And this is the time to prepare to go after it. So in your meditations, in your reflection, in your prayer, I mean, I have new moon affirmations, and the link will be in the description box, wherever that is around me right now. And, you know, if you want to use it every day, that's great. If you want to use it for new moons and full moons, that's great. But I would prefer that you have a pen and paper in hand and you write down some things that, you know, you really want to say on a daily basis, or when you think about it, or in a true meditation or prayer. And come up with your own affirmation, or come up with your own mission statement, or your own mantra, the one you tell yourself, even when you don't believe it yourself. To invite in that energy. And I kind of, you know, a couple of days ago, or I said something about, you know, we have conventionalized our dreams. And that one's coming really strong here, and it's telling you to imagine the best possible success, the greatest goals, the magnificent dreams. And we are in the 11 energy, and August 11th, 2018. So we've got the 11 in there twice. For the 11th, the date, and then 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8 is 11. So we've got that 11 energy for really making a commitment to ourselves. Really saying, okay, I'm going forward in this way, and I'm going to do it every day. And I'm going to get committed to myself and my dream and my goal and what I desire. Health and well-being, the Queen of Swords. Well, you know, I kind of get her summoning in exactly what she wants. So when it comes to your health, when it comes to your well-being, but I also get her holding that sword as if I don't like it, it's out, it's gone. So you're going to have like a zero tolerance rule on whatever you commit to yourself when it comes to your health and well-being. It's like I'm jogging every day for 20 minutes, and you're not going to let yourself off the hook. Or I'm just going to quit smoking cold turkey, I'm going to do this, I can do this. And you do. It's like you kick your feet right into the ground just to give you that little extra commitment to yourself. So know that the commitments that you make to yourself throughout this, but especially when the final eclipse happens, the solar eclipse. But I think with you too, you're making these commitments because you're changing things in your life. Now, it could be health and well-being. You could be doing it now and making some commitments, and you could be making some new commitments to yourself definitely during the lunar full moon, when it's in your sign. And once the Leo solar eclipse happens for you, yeah, you're going to be strong. You're going to be determined. And I think it's just beautiful energy for you. Remember, we started with the World card, and then right after it came the Ace of Pentacles for you. So dream it big, believe in yourself, and until we meet again, remember, I do love you.